If you were able to get your trademark registered, then you now have access to sponsored brands on Amazon. The best way to access this is just to go to your normal advertising tab, click on that, and create campaign as you would a normal sponsored ad. Here you'll see your normal sponsored products section, which are your normal PPC ads. And then if you have brand registry, you'll have access to sponsored brands. Some people have access to sponsored display, which is off Amazon retargeting on websites, social media, but this is still in beta, so everyone might not have this yet. So for now, we'll just go over sponsored brands, which right now is just headline search ads. Here you'll see it looks pretty much like your normal PPC campaigns if you're creating a new campaign. I would create the campaign name the same way that you do with your current PPC. I like to do the SKU, so for this example I'll just make something up, dash, and then the type of campaign. So here I'll put BR for brand registry, HSA for headline search ad, and then dash and a description of the product. So we'll just use beach ball as an example. Here you can choose your portfolio as you could in a normal PPC ad. So I like to create a portfolio and call it BR for brand registry ads. Start and end date, the same as normal PPC. I usually start the day I'm creating the campaign and then no end date. Budget is the same. I'll put in $10 to start when I'm creating my first campaign for a sponsored brand. You can choose your brand here if you have multiple brands. And then in this section, you can choose where the customer is going to end up after they click on the ad. You have two choices. The first is your Amazon store, which is your storefront, and you can click and choose which page you want the customer to land on. So for example, if we want to use the Amazon store, you scroll down, you can choose the store if you have more than one, and choose the page that they're going to land on. So you're going to probably want to have them land on the page that includes the products in the ad. Another choice you have, if you have, for example, multiple products on all of your storefront pages, is to just create a custom product list page where you can choose the exact products you want to show up on that landing page. So if you have 3 products in your headline search ad and you only want the customer to see those 3 products after they click on the ad, then you can do it this way by either searching by the product name or ASIN and then just adding them onto the landing page. And you can always preview the landing pages or the storefront pages to see what they'll look like to a customer. So we'll go back, and after you've chosen your style of landing page, then you come to the creative part of the ad. This is where we can create what our ad looks like to a customer searching on Amazon. So first you'll see the logo section to the left, and this is where you can upload your company logo. It doesn't have to be your company logo. It can be an image of additional products or whatever image you like to show up on the left here. But where you upload this is you go to edit logo, and if you're uploading a new image, it just has to abide by Amazon's guidelines, which are 400 by 400 pixels at least, smaller than 1 megabyte in size, and a file format of a PNG, JPEG, or GIF. So you can just hit choose a file and choose from your computer which file you want to upload, and when that's finished and it abides by these guidelines, you can hit done, and it will show up on the preview here. Now the headline is your copy or text that shows up on the headline search ad. Here you have a maximum of 50 characters, and I would suggest to use as many of those characters as you can and make the text or copy as engaging as you can to try and capture a customer's attention. So you can be creative with this, but for this example I'm just going to write, as we're using beach balls for summer fun. Now I would suggest really thinking about different phrases or headline titles that will get someone to want to stop what they're doing on search and look at your different offers on this ad. Now below we'll see the section where we can add in the products that we want to show up on the ad, and we have up to 3 slots available. Now what we'll do first is add a product, and here you can just search by the product name or ASIN. It's very intuitive. I'm going to choose this one here and hit done. It will show up. You'll see a 1 here. Now this is the number 1 slot, and you'll see on the ad, the preview, that it's showing up in the first slot for the ad. Now I'm going to add the other products in, and you'll see as I do them, now there are 3 slots here and 3 products on the preview, and you can move them if you want to rearrange. You can just move them around here and they'll change on the preview, change on the final ad. Once you've chosen your products, you can see this option here. This is new. This is a option to optimize your ad, which is to let Amazon show the other products from your landing page. So for example, if you chose a page from your storefront and it has other products on it that aren't on this headline search ad, Amazon will, if you click this off here, it will show it will show other products from that page if it thinks that the customer is more willing or more apt to buying those products. I am leaving this unchecked for now just because I haven't personally tested this out yet, and whenever Amazon rolls out a new feature for their ad platform, I always like to try and test it and make sure that it's actually working as they say it does before recommending to others. So you can, if you want, check this off and test it for yourselves, but I would recommend to wait a little bit until we've gathered a little bit more data on how accurate this is, because essentially it's just relying on Amazon's automated algorithms to decide for you whether a person wants to view certain products. So if we scroll down to the keyword and bid section, it's the same exact format as a normal PPC ad. You can set your default keyword bid. You can see suggested keywords that they're going to give you as options. Most of the time we already know what keywords we want to target, so we will do that manually. So here you can choose your match type the same way you would a normal ad, and you have the options of broad, phrase, and exact. For this example, I'm just going to choose exact, and I'm going to do beach balls for summer outings, beach ball for kids. I don't know. I'm just using this as an example. So once you choose your keywords, you can just add them in and they'll show up down here. Now this is nice because you'll see Amazon's, what they say is the search volume traffic for these keywords. You'll see that I had some already in here for an example, and the ones I just picked off the top of my head, I don't know which keywords are big for a beach ball. They're saying that these are all low volume. That's fine if they convert really well, but I would always just take note of this, and you can see kind of like what chances you have of ranking up to page 1 and how much money it's going to cost, how many sales it will require based on the amount of search volume. Here you can put in your keyword bid. So say I want to put in $1. Beach ball for beach, I'm going to put in $1.50 and save. So you'll see also this estimated win rate, and based on what you put in for your bid, they'll tell you what your chances of winning the bid auction will be. So if you put in $1.50, you have a 0 to 25% chance of winning that auction for that ad placement. This is helpful if you want to go really aggressive on a certain keyword, then you're going to want to make sure that you have 100% win rate. And on normal PPC ads, you don't get this data, so you don't know what exact keyword bid is going to push you to the top or whatever placement you want on organic search. Now below, you'll see the option for negative keywords. It's the same thing as a normal ad, PPC ad. You can put in as negative phrase or negative exact. And if you're doing an exact match campaign for sponsored brands, this is not necessary because you're only showing for exact anyway. But if you create a phrase or broad sponsored brand campaign, then you're going to want to put your negative keywords that you already know Amazon had shown for in your normal PPC campaigns so that they don't show in these ads. So I would add them here. So say you have a beach ball for kids, and this example, it had shown in your normal PPC ad for beach ball for adult or beach ball for women, and your beach, say for example your beach ball is meant for kid boys, and then you would just add them in. So that's it for the headline search ads. Once you're all finished, you can just hit submit for review, and it will go through a little bit of a review process, and if everything looks good, then Amazon will have your headline search ad activated and it will start running. In the next video, we'll just talk about how to optimize these campaigns for a sponsored brand headline search ads.